Good evening. I am Val Hardy, Literacy Program Administrator here at Reed San Diego, the Adult Literacy Program of the San Diego Public Library, and your host. Over the last 34 years, Reed San Diego has been in the business of helping adults build basic skills and helping adults reach their dreams. Each year, we make time to celebrate and acknowledge those who didn't give up, those who pushed to find new ways to connect, teach, and learn. Tonight, we are here to celebrate Reed San Diego's annual Evening with the Stars. I invite you to sit back and check out this video, which captures our program work over the past years. Enjoy.
Yes.
Okay, I'll get you another one.
I never tire of watching that video. But in terms of our program tonight, Reed San Diego would not exist because we would not exist were it not for the adult learners in our program. And I especially want to welcome and thank each of you for making the time to join us tonight, because we are here to celebrate you and your commitment to learning. We are very proud of each one of you. I also would like to thank the men and women here tonight who volunteer for Reed. You truly are, have always been, and always will be the heart of our program. We could not reach the people we do and touch the students that we do without your help. So thank you. We don't do this work in a vacuum. We do this work with support across the state and across the city. I would like to thank San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria for his ongoing support of the literacy program and the library. I would like to thank the San Diego City Council for their support, the San Diego Board of Library Commissioners, the San Diego Library Foundation, the San Diego Council on Literacy, the California State Library, and folks across this community. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite to the mic the fearless leader here at the San Diego Public Library, our library director, Misty Jones, who has tremendous passion for libraries and learning. She has been a beacon for all of us, steering our system through enormous challenges and opportunities. Misty Jones.
Good evening. Thank you, Val. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I say this every year, and I say it because it's true that this is one of my favorite events. And it really is because I am so inspired by all of you, by your dedication, your tenacity, your commitment. And we know that this is not easy. Especially these last 2 years, I'm sure have been even extra challenging, but you have found a way to stay the course, to stay committed, to stay connected to each other, both the learners and our tutors. So for the learners, you are gaining something that is going to change your life and something that no one can ever take away from you. And for taking that step, I'm just in awe of all of you. For the tutors, you are helping to change lives, and the commitment that you give and the dedication that you give, it cannot be matched. I really want to take this time to also thank the Reed staff, the volunteers, the friends of Reed, for all that you do to make this program a success. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and these are the ones who take care of that. You make it look easy, but I know how much work goes into it and how much work you put into it. So thank you. And lastly, I would be remiss if I did not thank the leader, the fearless leader of Reed, and that is Val Hardy. What can I say about you, Val? The impact that you have made on literacy in San Diego and the nation is unprecedented and will be felt and will last forever. And so thank you for everything that you have done for this program, for your commitment. And, you showed up every single day with a smile on your face and a good attitude, ready to serve and ready to help. And I get a little teary, but I can't, it has been a privilege. It has been a privilege. So thank you.
I am so touched, Misty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Misty. At this point, I would like to acknowledge our partners in supporting adult literacy. Misty mentioned them, but we bring this program to you tonight with the support of the Friends of Reed San Diego, co-sponsors. And the Friends include Jackie Abrams, president, and a number of board members at large: Sharon Barton, Luann Ivinson, Jim Wadman, Sharon Barton, Carly Nystrom, our treasurer, and Vice President Cindy. So thank you all, Friends of Reed. I also want to introduce you to, visually on the screen, the staff at Reed. I am very proud of their hard work in planning this event, and I want you to meet them. And I have to say that the staff at Reed is among, this is a group of men and women among the best, brightest, and hardworking throughout the state. So without further ado, we have Laura Doolin and Tim Donlin, Literacy Tutor Learner Coordinators. This is the team that do a great job of assessing adult learners, training new tutors, teaching small groups, helping tutor learner pairs get started with new materials, reading reports, troubleshooting issues that come up with learning and teaching, helping with technology, tracking progress, helping to generate reports. So this is the team that provides ongoing support throughout the city to tutors and learners. Tim and Laura, thank you. Next, we have our Family Literacy Coordinator, Stephanie Contreras, who has done an amazing job single-handedly, I might say, recruiting families, developing curriculum, ordering materials, and developing programs both in person and virtually. Stephanie also is just amazing at creating PowerPoints and films. She is the person responsible for that welcome video that you saw, the opening film, and anything visually you see on screen, we can thank Stephanie Contreras. So outstanding job, Stephanie, thank you. Next, we have our front office staff. These are the people that greet you when you walk in, that give you parking passes, that greet you with a smile, answer your questions over the phone, help with onboarding new volunteers and getting them settled into tutor training and learner training, and a host of other office projects. I would have you meet our newest member, Myra Wenceslao, who is our office manager that just started on Tuesday. So she is growing into big shoes and has a great team to support her along the way. Jacob Kalina is our program assistant who helps in the front office with a range of different tasks, doing assessments, helping with assessment counselors, and a host of other projects. Fran Canari is another new member who started a couple of weeks ago. She will be helping in our family literacy program and helping with front office tasks. And last but not least, we have Jane McMillan, another program assistant who helps with onboarding new volunteers, following up with tutors to get them started in tutor training, tracking hours, and all kinds of support projects in the front office. So thank you, front office team. Last but not least, we have Carla Sotelo, who is the program manager for Career Online High School and also a librarian too. She is the go-to person for all activities related to the San Diego Public Library's Career Online High School Diploma Program, tracking students, making sure that they get their transcripts in, coordinating scholarship interviews, and helping with planning the graduation ceremony. When she's not doing that, you can find her on practically any floor of the San Diego Central Library, helping with reference questions and a range of different library tasks. So thank you, Carla. At this time, I want to shift to the presentation of learner certificates, so to speak. All of the adult learners present tonight have reached personal and academic goals. Some of our learners have made remarkable progress against tremendous odds. And some have remained in the program to better themselves, and some have remained and have attained US citizenship. If we were meeting in person, this would be the moment in the program when I would invite each learner in the room to stand up and wave their certificate high so that we can acknowledge you all. But instead, on Monday, we will mail certificates of achievement to all students in the program and thank you gifts to all participants, tutors, students, volunteers alike. Last year, 2 students met the requirements, studied, and passed the test to become US citizens. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating our 2 newest US citizens. Danelis C.S. Smith. Congratulations, Danelis, sorry. And we have Susanna Vargas Morgan. Congratulations, Susanna. If we were meeting in person, we would see these folks walk down the aisle, and we would have an opportunity to congratulate them. So please accept our welcome and congratulations, Danelis and Susanna. Sorry. All right. Let me just say that when signing up to become a tutor with Reed, volunteers agree to tutor a minimum of 6 months to a year. We have some individuals who have well exceeded that 6-month commitment. The Jane Rappaport Tutor Award is awarded in honor of Jane Rappaport, who served as a volunteer for 15 years, tutoring one-on-one and teaching small groups at a learning center in Linda Vista. Jane helped hundreds of students build basic reading and writing skills and made time to always hone her own skills. Jane's example and legacy will continue with this award and with a generous donation to support the mission of READ for the rest of time. Thank you, Jane, again, and thank you, Alan. This year, we have 2 recipients of the 10-year Veteran Tutor Award, and those recipients are Jane Maldonado and Frederick Stoker. Congratulations, Jane and Fred. And thank you for your service. At this time, we will shift to presenting the 2022 Read San Diego Awards. All award winners will receive a plaque. The Learner Award winners will receive a plaque, a Samsung tablet, and a $50 Amazon gift card, all contributed by the Friends of Read. The Antoinette Mosley Adult Learner of the Year Awards are given to students who have worked hard to accomplish their goals, often under difficult circumstances and often against all odds. This year, we are celebrating 3 recipients, and I am now inviting Literacy Tutor Learner Coordinator Tim Donlin to tell you about them.
All right, the first award goes to Eric Drapeau. Eric Drapeau and his tutor Maya Martinez have been some of our most avid book readers in the program. One of Eric's goals when starting the program was to read for pleasure. And since being in the program, he has read a great many books on history. Eric also joined Read's book club, where he consistently shares his insights that add to the discussion. Eric says that some of his proudest accomplishments at Read have been his newfound abilities with skills like breaking large words into syllables and learning about syllable types and contractions. He doesn't remember learning these skills when he was younger, and he finds it very useful. He says he is now taking time to read things and is much more patient when reading things like instructions and mail. Eric suggested that other struggling readers might also benefit from instruction in syllable division patterns, since it's been so helpful to him. One of the most difficult things to overcome to pursue his education has been to ask for help and be vulnerable. He says his tutor has helped him a lot by being patient when they sometimes have to repeat things in the lesson. When asked about his goals for the future, he had the following to say: "My goals in reading are changing. As I become a better reader, I may have new opportunities that I never thought of. I don't know what the future holds, but it's a whole lot brighter now." Congratulations, Eric. The next award goes to Victor Kelso. Before starting tutoring with Read, Victor wasn't able to read much. He said he used to be shy and he didn't want to talk to anyone. He would get nervous and mumble, and then he would get quiet when people would ask, "What did you say?" Now Victor feels more confident and he has improved a lot. He said, "When I started reading, my whole world was different. I could understand things that I didn't know. I started reading books in the book club. I go to National Geographic. I download magazines and I understand a lot. There's a lot going on in the world." When asked about his future goals, Victor said, "I want to use my reading and writing to protect the planet. I've been reading about the environment and global warming and water shortages, and it opens my mind. It's scary. I want to encourage people to care more for the planet. I could write an email to whoever is in charge." Victor has advice for future learners. He said, "Just find the right time and want to do it, and just be positive and open-minded. My spouse didn't push me to do anything. He encouraged me to get tutoring, and the tutor I have now is wonderful. She makes it easy. Victor described his sessions with his tutor, Donna Myers, with the following words. I thought it was going to be boring, which is how I felt when I started. She makes it interesting. She has a lot of patience. She has to with me. She taught me how to work the way you're supposed to pay attention. She's a good tutor. She says things very clearly. She explains things really well. Victor says his life has changed since he started tutoring sessions with Donna. She keeps teaching me about my mind. My world changed because of her. I'm more positive, more confident, and happier, much happier. Congratulations, Victor. And the last award goes to Salma Omar. Salma started as a student here at Reed during the lockdown period of the pandemic when it was not possible to meet in person. We did her assessment online and she began remote tutoring sessions with her tutor, Mary Tweedy. From the very beginning, Salma was eager to start learning and further her education. Her tutor has been impressed by Salma's determination to learn. Salma said, "It has become easier to read because I learned the vowels. The sounds were similar, but now I know them really good. It makes reading and dictation easier. It gives me a chance to speak correctly too. I can help myself now when I receive letters, and I don't have to have a translator." Salma also uses both the Learning Upgrade and Cell Ed apps and has completed the Cell Ed reading course. She uses Learning Upgrade. When she uses Learning Upgrade, she repeats each lesson until she has a score of 100%. She says that she, her sister, and her uncle all use Learning Upgrade and have a friendly competition over who uses it the most. When asked what advice she would offer to someone else who struggles with reading and writing, she said, "If someone were struggling with reading and writing, I would tell them to keep going with good hard work. I would recommend that they go to Reed and get a tutor. I'd tell them how much they would learn." Salma has had many challenges to overcome in order to pursue her education. Sometimes she had to cancel plans with friends, and she had to balance her work and class schedules so she would not miss any of the tutoring sessions. She said, "If I kept missing my class, I wouldn't improve. And when I canceled class with my tutor, I felt bad to miss the opportunity that day." When asked about her future goals and dreams, Salma said, "My goal is to go to college when I'm good and can stand by myself. Eventually, I'd like to go to university and have a better job." Congratulations, Salma.
The Rebecca E. Lytle Tutor of the Year Awards are given to tutors who exemplify persistence, creativity, and commitment to teaching. This year, we are honoring two recipients. I am now inviting Tutor Learner Coordinator Laura Doolin to the mic to tell you about them.
The first award winner is Maya Martinez. Maya Martinez has been tutoring Eric Drapeau for several years. By combining Maya's patient, multifaceted approach to learning and Eric's determination to learn, they've made great progress. When asked about accomplishments that she is especially proud of during this time, she had the following things to say. "My proudest moments may not sound spectacular from the outside, but I remember them vividly. My accomplishments continue to be times when Eric surprises himself in discovering how smart he is. My first accomplishment as a tutor was when Eric's brother reached out to me this past September and shared how extraordinary Eric has grown personally, as well as academically since joining the Reed San Diego program. He revealed the conversations Eric is sharing with his family around the books, articles, and lessons he is learning, and the pride heard in his voice felt fantastic." When asked what words Maya would say to adult literacy students to help them feel comfortable to get a tutor, she offered this advice. "I would say to adult literacy students, I know you are employed and working hard to support yourself and to care for your families. You have developed interpersonal and other skills that have enabled you to function as a competent, contributing adult in spite of your lack of literacy. I know you may need help to achieve your educational goals and are often unaware of what it will take to do so. You may not realize the extent to which your reading ability is a barrier to your continued educational progress. Any adult with reading problems must address them before you can hope to meet all your hopes, dreams, and goals in life. Your tutor will be your cheerleader, coach, and mentor to achieve your 100% love of learning to read. Lastly, Maya had a great message for potential tutors. As a tutor for Read San Diego, when you help adults learn the love of reading, you help them reach not only their educational goals, but also help their families, our community grow stronger and gain the basic literacy skills they need to succeed as workers, parents, and community citizens. You may also find that tutoring heightens your perception of the world around you, deepens your understanding of values and lifestyles different from your own, and broadens your imagination for creative problem solving. At the end of each lesson, with patience and compassion for your learner, your reflection may be like mine, the joy of teaching literacy. Congratulations, Maya. The next award winner is David Woodward. David Woodward has been a tutor with Read since 2019. When the pandemic began, David and his learner, William Skinner, figured out a way to keep working remotely. They liked how convenient remote tutoring was because neither of them had to commute to a library. Over time, their lessons became more and more productive. David Woodward's favorite experience as a tutor has been watching his learner blossom into a reader. David is proud that William is really into the books that they are using. In David's words, he's into the stories and answering the questions. It's a real breakthrough for him. He didn't do that when we first started. He's reading the stories, but when he answers, he goes into a lot of details. It's a real plus, not just a yes or no. We really worked hard on that. David is impressed with how much his learner has grown. David has advice for any tutor. He says, I think to be a good tutor, you need to share with a student. When in session, you're actually passing ideas back and forth about what's going on with the books. It's important to get engaged with the student. William and I really connect and we're both up for the sessions. We both put ourselves into it, so we get a lot out of it. David hopes all the students can engage themselves in the stories and the work. He says, if you really push yourself and try, you'll get a lot out of it. Congratulations, David.
Congratulations, Maya and David. The Maria Gonzalez Family Literacy Award is presented to a parent or caregiver who has demonstrated outstanding commitment and leadership in promoting family literacy in their home, advocating for Read San Diego, and encouraging others to engage in lifelong learning. I am now inviting Literacy Tutor Learner Coordinator, Stephanie Contreras, to tell you about this year's recipients.
The first Family Literacy Award winner is Graciela Aguilar and family. So when Graciela first came to the Family Literacy Program at City Heights Library with her sons Daniel and Gabriel, she remembers liking the program from the very first meeting. Graciela has participated in family literacy services since 2008 and remembers when her boys were just 4 years old and how the program helped her introduce the alphabet and books to her little ones. She says, we started with the ABCs and the letter sounds using the note cards that were given out. It was a new way for the boys to learn, and it was fun. The program taught me to be patient. When I was given the supplies to do the crafts, I learned how to be patient and let the boys do things their own way. Sometimes it can be hard to practice reading with the boys, so I learned to be flexible. I think because they were introduced to the program at an early age, They learned to love books and reading different kinds of books. Graciela remembers when COVID started, everything was closed, but knowing the family literacy program was there was a happy feeling for her. Graciela says, when books came in the mail, the whole family was so happy. It was fun to see the program videos. The snowman craft was so much fun. We followed the tutorial together for how to make it. Also, after we watched the video about baking conchas, we got inspired to cook together. Over the years, Graciela's confidence has grown and her dedication to helping her boys with their schoolwork is her top priority. Now, both Daniel and Gabriel are in the 8th grade. Their teacher reports that the boys read a lot, and their ability to concentrate on the text in English class makes it easy for them to understand the context. Graciela hopes Daniel and Gabriel will go to college once they've finished high school. And Graciela is now thinking about her own future and would like to find a job soon. She says, I think that it's time because my boys are growing. For anyone thinking of joining the family literacy program, Graciela has the following advice. Enjoy the program, do the activities, and spend time reading with your children. It's amazing to read with them because they grow so fast. Congratulations, Graciela. And the next Family Literacy Award winner is Pruner Kim and family. So Pruner remembers a friend introducing her to the Family Literacy Program and decided to attend one of the programs at the Sarah Mesa Library. At the time, her children, Jace and Jalen, were just 3 and 5 years old. She says, the program was very friendly and supportive. We learned how to do phonics, sing nursery rhymes, and make crafts. I had a really nice first impression. Pruner is proud of the accomplishments and gains her family has made over their time participating in the program. She's proud of all the time her family spends reading together, using the books received from the program. Also, family trips to the library have increased to get even more books. Pruner has learned to teach her children through play and loves how her children are learning by making the activities fun for them. She enjoys the interactions her children gain when attending programs and is happy to see how much time they get to spend learning together. She reads with her children at least 20 times a month, which has helped her build confidence when it comes to teaching her children at home. Pruner is happy to see how her children are benefiting and says they really enjoy the books and crafts. Their favorite thing is making the gingerbread houses every year, and they like to sing. This year, they really enjoyed the Chinese New Year program and the dragon craft. Since attending the program, Pruner has enjoyed the hands-on activities like the crafts and family story time, but especially the cooking tutorials. Pruner has tried recommended recipes and prepares food together with her children. She says, the program helps me to come up with ideas. Before, I didn't research on my own, but now the program helps me as a guide. Pruner has great advice to anyone interested in the family literacy program. She says, it's a good opportunity to introduce young children to books, storytime, and phonics. It opens the door for both children and parents to learn together. Pruner has great goals in mind for herself and her children. She says, I would like to read more, like to read for more pleasure. And for my children, I want books to be a companion for life. I want them to know books are another experience of the world. Congratulations, Pruner.
The Erica King Award honors those volunteers who make significant behind-the-scenes contributions to Read San Diego in capacities not always visible to the community. I am inviting Literacy Tutor Learner Coordinator Laura Doolin to tell you about this year's recipients.
Congratulations to Jenny Bringelman, Carol Farrell, and Ron Radachonsky. We wanted to recognize these 3 volunteers for their creativity, bravery, and willingness to try something new during the pandemic. We had a number of students who needed literacy help, and the phone was a better option for them than online. The volunteers, some who had never tutored in literacy before, underwent training and then started to meet groups of students over the phone to work through literacy textbooks. They've been tutoring this way for over a year and have done a great job of helping these students. Congratulations.
The next award goes to Adam Luker. Thousands of books and crafts are distributed throughout the year to families participating in the program. And thanks to the efforts of family literacy volunteer Adam Luker, we now have a revamped storage unit that has been fashioned to house all of the books and crafts and supplies needed for the program. Adam has built shelving, assisted with book deliveries, has helped mail books and crafts to families who are, as you heard, overjoyed to get the packages. Adam says, I feel like there's so much work and so much effort being done in the family program, and this is just a little bit that I can do to contribute. It makes me feel I'm a part of a bigger cause that I believe in. Thank you, Adam. And thank you, Jenny, Carol, and Ron. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to invite the Friends of Read San Diego President, Jackie Abrams, to the stage to present the Friends of Read Friendship Award.
Thank you, Val, and thank you again for all you do. Good evening, everyone, and to our Muslim brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum. I remember that last year at this time, we were talking about meeting in person, and I always say that man plans and God laughs, so he's probably laughing right now. But we are all together as a group. You guys do wonderful work. This is the point in time where I would ask you to please applaud yourselves, both the learners and the tutors. And as a former tutor, I must tell you that when you teach people to read, you actually learn more than you are able to impart to the learner. We learn from those of you that come to the program. I have a couple of things I'm going to do right now, and they're going to be a little different than last time. First of all, the Friendship Award is something that the Friends have done for a very long time, but this year we're doing it a little differently in that we have 2 winners instead of 1, and you're going to see why in a minute. These 2 wonderful, dedicated people, they've been responsive, thoughtful, creative. They support the tutors and the learners, and particularly that's so important during the time of this pandemic, which of course, now that it's gone on 2 years, we're all worn out, but these people never seem to stop. They have taught basic skills to beginning learners over the phone. They have trained tutors to conduct remote tutoring and also working with Zoom. They have led book club discussions with learners, both on the phone and in Zoom. They've conducted tutor training, technology training, and ordered a wide range of instructional materials for the inventory that we need at Read's collection. They have earned an integral place in the Read San Diego program, and we are very proud to announce that this year's Friendship Award winners are Laura Doolin and Tim Donlin. And your certificates will be mailed. Now, this is the part of the evening. Anybody, are we all familiar with the old saying, it's easier to ask forgiveness than permission? I hope we are, because I'm going to need to ask forgiveness. I'm going to do something right now that wasn't planned, but I think everybody's going to be pleased with. And I have to say that before I say what I'm going to say, I have to preface it by saying that I love, I adore, and I respect Val Hardy more than words can say. And I speak for my board when I say that everybody on the board feels exactly the same way. She has, I don't believe I can't read my notes. Oh, I don't believe she's made an announcement yet, and this is what I'm going to have to apologize for or ask forgiveness for, but Val is going to be retiring at the end of March. I cannot imagine this program without her. In the 34 years of this program, we have had only 2 directors. Val took over the challenge from our founder and dear, dear friend, Chris McFadden, and carried his torch and brought her inimitable spirit to it and made it even better, and just continues to this day. When she puts something on, she worries about something's been left out. How many times, dear Val, have I said to you, if something goes wrong, you're the only one that knows, and the rest of us always have a wonderful time. In appreciation of her dedication, for what she's done to Reed, and for how she's enhanced all of us just by knowing her, whether in or outside of the program. It's so important. Your group, I'm not responsible for this, your staff that loves you even more than we do, has put together a special tribute, a video tribute, and we're going to watch that now.
Sneaky. Oh.
Pretty picture.
Val, congratulations. This has been such an amazing journey for you. What I most admire is that if you came home and told me a great story, you would always say, I'm doing the people's work. And I knew that you really understood public service. You've made a difference. You are someone to be admired. I admire you, and I can't wait to see who you're going to be as a retired person. So I am thrilled for you. I admire you. Congratulations on a job well done on behalf of the public.
Valerie, I love you. You're my mentor from the beginning to the end. I don't know how to feel with you leaving, but just remember, you'll always be in my heart. Thank you, Val.
What I'm going to miss about Valerie is her professionalism and her great sense of humor, and mostly her positivity. I don't think I've worked with anybody else in the library who's been so positive and such a pleasure to work with. From the day I met her, she just has been a wonderful person to work with, and I'm really, really, really going to miss her.
So I think that there are people put on this earth to be a beacon or a light to others. And when I think about Val, I cannot think of any other person that I've ever met in my lifetime who embodies that more than she does. The contributions that she has made to individual people's lives cannot be overstated in the time that she has been here, but also I would say that I've never met a cooler person in my life. I learned something new about Val literally every day. I just learned she's a brown belt in martial arts. She is an activist rock and roll singer in a band. So I know that in retirement, Val, you are going to be unstoppable, and just as unstoppable as you have been in your time with SDPL. And it has been my distinct honor and pleasure to work with you and to get to know you. So good luck.
Well, what can I say about Val? Except I'm really, really going to miss her. Val always had a way of speaking to folks, and she always captivated her audience. You know, it's one of the things and one of the reasons why she was so exceptional at what she did. We used to have a lot of deep conversations, and we would get lost in these conversations, which is why maybe she also lost her glasses here. Val,
oh my goodness.
Mark on the side. You're going to be missed dearly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss your laugh, your laughter. You have one of those contagious laughs. You laugh and the whole world comes alive. So I'm gonna miss that. But in addition, your work with the Reed San Diego is beyond compare. You put us on the map by building an award-winning literacy program. Literacy in the library is one of my very, 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 very favorite things that we do, and you always make me proud. Thanks.
I've known Val probably since 1996, a while back. And I just remember when I worked at other literacy programs, it was always Read San Diego was the program to be. It was sort of the standard of literacy programs throughout the county, throughout the state, throughout the nation. And all the time it was Read San Diego, work with Val, she's great. And I never thought I'd have the opportunity to work with her. And then I did. And it was honestly probably one of the best working environments I've ever been in. I'm sad for the literacy world because she's going to be missed. She's a force to be reckoned with, and her depth of knowledge is just so amazing, and her leadership skills are so amazing. So she will be missed, but I'm extremely happy that she will get to spend all of her time with her loved ones, her dogs, her coffee, and I wish her a long, happy future with everyone she loves, with lots of puppies, lots of books, and lots of coffee, and lots of wine.
Val was extremely well trained in meeting deadlines. She even had it down to a 1-minute science. If I allowed 20 minutes to drive to a meeting, she'd allow 8 minutes. My favorite memory is an out-of-town staff development trip. On flying home, Val was the very last person to board the airplane. We, as Reed staff, were getting very nervous. And then voila, here comes Val flying in with her hot Starbucks cup of coffee high above her head. Everyone on the plane was clapping. Honestly, I wasn't sure if this was Val in her, quote, just-in-time glory, or a staged Starbucks commercial. Congratulations, Val. You certainly earned it. You're the best.
Thank you, Nancy.
Talk a little bit about my experience with Val. I made an acrostic. The first letter V, of course, is value. Val just really valued everyone, and you could feel it. She really made everyone feel that they were important at Reed San Diego, the students, the tutors, anybody that walked in the room, and of course, her staff. The second is her attention to detail. Val really made a point to have things be beautiful and excellent. She strove always for excellence through her attention to detail, and that gave our students such a rich experience. And lastly, Val's laugh, which is contagious. I would be sitting at my desk, and all of a sudden I would hear this wonderful, rich laugh coming from Val's office, and it would just light up my day. So I just want to say, Val, congratulations on your retirement. You certainly have earned a break and a rest, although I know you'll probably be busy exploring the world because you are so interested and curious about all things. But I just want to thank you for making my time at Reed San Diego 13 of the best years of my life. Congratulations.
Oh.
My favorite Val Hardy moment was when I was just starting off as a baby librarian. Val invited me to co-present at a conference. I was super nervous, but Val guided me and coached me throughout that whole time and just welcomed me in the library world. Not only did she welcome me and cheer me on during this conference presentation time, but then we went out for karaoke and introduced me to these awesome fun librarians. So for me, that meant so much, that care and that support from Val. I'm never gonna forget that, and that just kind of set me up for my future in the library world. Thank you, Val.
Hey there, Val. It's Alan Bug. It's been a really long time, 1998 to be exact. you were the person that chaired the interview panel that hired me. Thank you so much for that. But more than that, thank you so much for everything that you've done for Read San Diego. We're really going to miss you.
So Val, I'm still a little bit in denial that you're leaving, and I'm very sad, but I am so happy for you in your retirement. I will miss your infectious laugh, how you are always so positive. You're just one of the most phenomenal people that I have ever met, and it's been a privilege to work with you. So good luck, and we will see you on the flip side.
It was such a pleasure, a great pleasure working with you all those years at Read San Diego. I want you to know that you will never be able to retire from being great. Your countless contributions in making San Diego a more literate community will never be forgotten. Thank you for so many years of commitment to adult and family literacy, to the library, and to the city. Retirement is not the end of the road for you. It is the beginning of the open highway. Congratulations on your well-deserved retirement. Good luck.
Well, thank you for making me do the, as Oprah would say, the ugly cry, everyone. That caught me by complete surprise. And I can just imagine the work and effort that it took to pull that off, to keep me in the dark about it. Some of my closest friends and colleagues, I had no idea. I was prepared to let folks know that, you know, that this will be my last time. Next year, there will be another beautiful or handsome face at the helm here at Read San Diego. I was hired in 1986 at the San Diego Public Library and started at Read San Diego in 1988. I was interviewed and hired by Chris McFadden and Angela Yang, and that was in March of 1988, and I'm ending my service with the city in March, towards the end of March this year. The mission of Read will continue and is in good, capable hands. I will continue to be inspired by everyone that I've met along the way. Each of you have challenged me, inspired me, worked with me, allowed me to learn from you, and I am profoundly grateful for every step of the way. So thank you. I'm touched, I'm moved, I'm speechless, near speechless, and I just, love you all. And with that, I invite you to turn on your cameras so that we can see you as we wave goodbye. I want to congratulate all of the learners and award winners. We thank you for coming and celebrating this evening with the stars. Thank you all, and good night.